This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
I do want to talk a little bit about the comments from the president of the University of Miami, Julio Frenk. And for those of you that don't know, he addressed the whole thing about what ESPN said. And so he wanted to put out a statement. And he said, to our University of Miami family and Hurricane fans everywhere, the University of Miami is an institution dedicated to the pursuit of excellence. Frenk began his statement Thursday, a few hours before the kickoff of the Virginia game. As our football team gets ready to kick off conference play this evening, I want to make clear that the Board of Trustees and I, as president, recognize the essential part of our brand and reputation derived from athletics, and we are fully committed to building a champion caliber teams at the U. Notice how he just said champion caliber teams at the U. Earlier this week at the State of University Town Hall, I reiterated that our beloved U sits at the cross-section of the two sectors most disrupted by the pandemic: higher education and healthcare. Intercollegiate athletics, which is a key component of higher education for student athletes and fans alike, is undergoing similar disruption. Conversations about college sports tend to focus on the last game or even the last play. I can certainly empathize with the emotions of those moments. Yet, we must pay equally close attention to drivers of disruption and the ways lines are being blurred between amateur and professional sports by factors including NIL legislation, antitrust rulings, promotion of gambling, conference realignments, and a corrosive discourse that falsely portrays college athletics as a mean to exploit talented players instead of what it really is: an avenue to expand opportunities for young people through access to higher education. We can either be disrupted or we can play a role in strategically shaping the course of disruption. Notice how he puts more of all the stuff on the pandemic and all that stuff, which that's going on also at Alabama, and yet they're looking for ways to overcome and lead. Oregon, right? And they are one of the top teams in the country, correct? Right? It's all going for them too, and they're still super committed. Okay. When it comes to athletics, my job as president is to ensure that we are doing the latter. We can either be disrupted or we can play a role in strategically shaping the course of disruption, as with our academic and healthcare missions. Just want to repeat it. When it comes to athletics, my job as a president is to ensure we are doing the latter. To that end, I have decided to increase the involvement from my senior leadership team to chart a way forward. Rudy Fernandez, in his capacity as my chief of staff, Joe Echevarria, in his capacity as my senior advisor, will augment my own direct engagement with the athletic directors by facilitating seamless alignment between the Board of Trustees, my entire administration, and athletic departments. Frenk went on to say he's proud of student athletes and at the same time recognize our duty to prepare student athletes for success in all spheres of life. He said he was grateful to our student athletes, athletic director, his team, and the entire Hurricane coaching staff for their dedication, and to our fans for unceasing passion and loyalty. We are one U in pursuit of winning on the field and in life. Go Canes. There is no commitment there that tells you we want to challenge Alabama. We want to be up there with Clemson. We want to challenge Ohio State and Oregon and every other team that's trying to win a national championship. We strive to be the best in football. There's none of that. The president in Alabama, the president at Texas A&M, the president at USC, even though they're failing and they can't find the person, they keep trying, and they're going to spend to try to get there. That's not the case here. This is all BS that they threw out there But in the end, there wasn't the kind of words that is going to convince me that you're actually committed to winning. That you want to win a national championship as much as you want to be a top-notch academic institution. You spend the money on being a top-notch academic institution. There are buildings, medical buildings of the University of Miami going up all throughout South Florida. They just added a beautiful one right off the Palmetto. When I was a kid, I used to go to the round building in the Pepsi thing as a field trip once a year to see how they used to bottle Coke. And now it's a medical facility and educational facility also, obviously. They're all over the place. They're making hand over fist, as they say. What is it? Of money. They're printing cash. They got a marine biology deal over there in the Keys in Key Biscayne. You know, I mean, give me a break, dude. They are making money, a lot of money, tons of money, but they spend it where they care, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to tell you that don't mistaken the two types of commitments. Okay, they weren't going to build a stadium, but they'll build buildings all over the place. They'll build a ton on their campus. I'm just saying. Be honest with yourself when you're looking at this situation. That's all I'm saying. Don't lie to yourselves and try to believe any of the BS they're spewing out there. And Julio Frenk is doing a fantastic job for the university because that's what he's there to do. Is if they're going to be one of the best medical programs in the country or in the world, this is what they want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But let's not try to mistake what type of commitment there really is. There's a whole different level of commitment to academics and to medicine compared to football. It's not even close. Okay? Football is a drop in the bucket compared to what they make and produce on the medical side. I would argue that they're when we talk about medicine, they probably produce more in a month than football does in 2 years. And by the way, by the looks of it, with the attendance, maybe 5 years, because they're not packing that stadium anymore.